If you use a Lowrance Fish Finder unit with chart plotting capabilities, you can make maps using Genesis Maps and load it onto your unit using SD card. In this video, I'll show you how you can create maps by uploading your sonar logs onto Genesis Maps and download the data back onto your SD card to be loaded on your Lowrance unit. Before we get started, a couple of things. Genesis Maps or CMap Genesis is a free feature for Lowrance products, but there is also a paid version that have more features, but I'll be only talking about the free version. So creating maps is totally free and downloading it back onto your Fish Finder is totally free. Because every Lowrance unit is different, I won't be covering on how you can log your sonar using your unit. You can find this information on your user manual, which can be located on Lowrance website under their support pages. I'll be making the assumption that you have already went onto your lake and recorded your sonar logs. Once you completed logging your data, take your SD card out of your Fish Finder unit. You will now need to load this data onto your computer. I use a USB SD card reader, which are relatively cheap from Amazon. In order to upload sonar data and download maps from CMaps Genesis, you will need to have an account with them. If you haven't already made one, you will need to create one. You can create an account by clicking this link here and following the instructions. The account is free. Once you have created an account, you need to log onto your account. The first page you arrive after logging on is your dashboard page. If you had paid version or the legacy version, you will see a lot of private lake data as well. But the star of today's video is this Start Upload button here. Click this button and it will bring you onto a upload data page. From here, navigate to the bottom left where it says add sonar logs. If you have moved your sonar log files onto your computer, locate that, or if you want, you can upload directly from your SD card that's connected to your USB connector. Once you have selected your files, click OK. Select Start Upload and you will have to agree to the terms in order for it to work. Oh, and don't forget, do not close the window until it tells you the upload is completed. This will take some time and the system will need to review the data first. It needs to pass their automated QA test, and once that is completed, they'll email you a message letting you know that your data have been accepted or declined, and it'll take a couple more hours in order for it to merge into the existing data, or if there's no existing data, it will create a new map for the lake that you have logged the data for. Once the data is available, you'll need to go to their social maps and navigate to the body of water. For this video example, I'll be using Prosper Town, which is near Six Flags Great Adventure. I have fished here before when it was like not many data was available, and I mapped just about half the map, but it seems like someone else have mapped the rest of the map, which is great. This social map allows different sessions, different people, you guys all put your data together and it combine them all together to one whole map. So if you guys go out with a couple of friends, you guys can pretty much map up a lake relatively quick. You want to click the water droplet icon and click the download button. From here, you see a menu at the bottom asking which plotter you would want to load the data onto. No, I will not be covering on how you register your plotter onto Genesis, but it is different per each unit, so you can find the instructions on the help menu. But you must register your unit before you could download maps, as each map download, they have inserted some sort of licensing information onto the files. So if you have map data and you download for, let's say for me right here, I've downloaded for my Elite TI, I will not be able to put it onto your let's say hook or something like that. Once you have saved the zip file, locate it and unzip it on the root directory of your SD card. Make sure you have all 5 files. As mentioned before, the files actually have a licensing detail so that it can actually be read on your unit. In addition, note that you can only have one map loaded at a time. Normally, I'll save these files onto a folder and I'll name each folder what they are, and each time I go to a lake that I have been to and I want to fish that specific body of water, I'll just update the data that's on my SD card. Before I end today's video, I want to provide you guys a few tips for recording sonar logs. Tip number 1, start and stop your sonar recording often to create multiple log files. The reason is that sometimes the automated QA system will determine that your data is not good and will not load onto the system. I ran into this a few times where I've created only one single log file for the entire trip, and that day was completely wasted because I have no data for next time I went out there. So make sure you guys stop your recording and create a new file maybe every 60 minutes. Tip number 2, sometimes when going to shallow water, it will not detect any depth. And this is a problem for the QA system here. It'll think that you have bad data. So whenever you go into very shallow water and it's not detecting any sort of depth, or if you're in very thick weeds and you cannot detect the bottom, make sure you stop your sonar log and create a new one once you are on open water. For those who have size structure scanning on your unit and transducer, save only the sonar data information and not the size structure data. This will keep your files smaller and easier to upload. In addition, it will also not fill up your SD card as fast, especially if you have smaller SD cards. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me in a comment below. And if you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, as I will have more fishing tips and fishing videos. Until next time, tight lines.